Hello everyone. Once again, welcome to my channel. My name is Shiva Krishnan and I upload videos related to data analytics and its tools such as Power BI, Excel and AI. Okay. And once again, thank you very much for your continuous support and love in watching my videos. I really appreciate that very much. You know, it really does encourage me in adding more value through my videos, and at the same time it is definitely helping me as well, because as I've explained, it does help me in tracking my productivity, plus learning these tools related to data analytics, and I'm pretty sure that they are going to help me when I'm going to go for an interview. All right, so let's get started with today's video, wherein I will be uh, making writing a DAX query on average. All right, so let's get started. I'll format the page color first. I've already uploaded the data set here. Okay, and in order to format the page color, right, you will go to format your report page, wallpaper, select the color that you need. I'll be selecting this color. Alright, this is done. Next will be I'll be adding a shape. Go to insert, click on this one. I'll resize this a little bit and I will drag it all the way to the right. Okay, I'll click on style and change the color. I want this color. I'm fine with this now. And then I will enable the text. This will serve as the heading. Okay, so I will scroll it down and change the color to black. Alright, and I will write DAX query tutorial part 2 average. Average total average I'll write in a closure bracket and increase the font size, and then I make sure that this is bold so that it's pretty much visible, right? And just one question, right? While you watch my videos, I'm just curious, as in, you're watching my videos on laptop, or do you watch my videos on mobile phone? You can write down in the comment section. Okay, increase the font size. All right, I think this is good to go now. All right, now I'll be writing the DAX query. Go to home page. It'll take some time to load. And this is one of the important pillars of Power BI. All right, I'll write total average sales value is equals to, and in the meanwhile I will just you know identify the number of columns that we have. I'll just count down 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. All right, and the reason I did count is sometimes you don't see the headers here. So if you have the column number and you select the right column number, then it becomes easier to select and while writing the DAX query. Okay, but here in this case, I can clearly see the headers. So I want this one, total sales amount, and I want average of that. So this particular column has been selected, and I'll close this and hit enter. It'll take some time for this DAX query to be created. All right. So here, if everything is blue in color, right, that means that there is no error while writing the DAX query. Okay. Otherwise, if you see, if you do a mess up while writing the DAX query, it will show red in color, and then it will show you that incorrect parentheses or something like that. You know, the way you get the hash error in Microsoft Excel, right? So this is done. Now I'll add two cards and I'll resize them. Okay, I click on this, I'll copy, and then I'll see if I get the option to paste. I'm just trying to right click. I click on home. Just trying to see if I'm able to, copy this and then paste. Copy, copy visual. Okay, for some reason I'm not able to copy this. I think I may have to, create another visual, another card. Not a problem. And I'll select on this, format painter. Format painter. No, it did not get resized, so I may have to do this manually. Alright, I think I'm good to go with these. And now I'll be adding two more headers. Go to Insert tab, insert two shapes. I'll be adding another rectangle, which will be the header for these two DAX queries. These two cards. I think yes, now we're good to go, and I just need to change the color for these two headers. Alright, go to style, click on this color option. So it will be in the shape section, in shape, style, and then color. Let us select this one. Alright, and then I'll enable the text option. It was turned off, I will turn it on, and then I will write the name. So total, change the font color to black, and I'll enable this as bold. So total I'll write this in caps as well. Total average sales value. Let me increase the font size. Okay, I think this is fine. Now, total average sales value as per DAX, as per DAX calculation. Okay, let me increase the font size a little bit. Alright, I think this is good to go. Now here, I'll once again change the color, let's say to dark blue, and I'll turn on the text as usual, and this time I'll keep the color as white, because in blue, white color option, white color font against a blue background is pretty decent. Okay, so total, here I will write the text total average sales without tax. Okay, then I increase the font size. Once again, I will make sure this is bold. Okay, and I'll increase this to 20. I think both are parallel, so we are good to go. I'll add just the tax measure that we have created, which is here. I'll drag it in the field option, and here what I'm going to do is I'll just click this amount, total sales amount, entire column, and drag it, and then I'll have to change it to average. Alright, so our DAX query is perfect. Alright, so this was a very simple video, right? As I've told you in the earlier videos that we will initially start with the simpler DAX queries, and then we'll advance into complex DAX queries. But because see, we are writing the DAX query on a BI tool, and that itself is one step ahead of writing formulas on um, tools such as Excel. Okay, in Excel we have a limitation. All right, so let's say that if you have a data set of um, let's say 20,000 rows, 30,000 rows, 50,000 rows, or 100,000 rows, and you have 100,000 rows amount of data, and you have, let's say, 20 or 25 columns, and if you try to write down the formula there and that, try and see that, you will not be able to do that, because Excel will stop functioning, and every time you will uh, face a lot of irritation because of that. All right, and that's one of the best parts of Power BI. Okay, just to give you an example, let's say that you have a store like Big Bazaar. Okay, so that in Big Bazaar they have thousands of items. All right, and then you have hundreds of customers. No, hundreds is not hundreds, I would say thousands of customers. So having, imagine that one customer will be buying multiple items. So thousands of customers buying thousands of items. So that itself per day, you imagine that you will have at least, I'm just giving you a rough estimate, maybe between 5,000 to 15,000 rows worth of data per single day sales report. So you imagine that if you have to do the weekly calculation, you will easily have lakhs of rows of data. And and let's say that if you want to do the monthly sales calculation, the row data set will be extremely huge. So this is where Power BI is really handy for the business owners to see what is happening in their business, right? And that's where when you write down the DAX queries, when you start writing through simple and then through complex, DAX queries are very handy there in these type of tools, and you can't do these type of calculations on Microsoft Excel when the data set is huge, when the size of the data in the data set is huge. All right, so thank you for watching this entire video, and I'll be continuing the DAX query tutorials, and I will be doing this in English, Hindi, and Tamil. So the benefit of that is that people who are fine with English language, they can watch this in English. People who want to see the video in Hindi, right, so that they feel that okay, this is more more authentic and something that we can relate with, right, in our own language, and especially for South Indians also. You know, so yeah, like when you make the videos in regional languages as well, it is going to help them as well, and it helps me as well because it adds to my more practice. And the more practice that we have in these type of tools is only going to get better, right? So I really appreciate your and patience in watching the entire video, and don't forget to comment and let me know whether you watch the videos in mobile or on laptop. All right. Thank you very much for watching the video, and if you find the video useful and helpful, do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. All right. So thank you very much, and you have a lovely weekend ahead. I mean, I think the weekend is almost over, but still. Thank you. Have a lovely day.